Okay, game between ptitged and Karola. It was quite interesting game. Ptitged is black, Karola is white. It was quite even game right until the end, and it basically decided on the last move finally. So this is normal. Okay, so Q5 is not this common. Like all Joseki would be something like this, for example, and everything is peachy. But now usually black comes in. So what white played in the game of this is definitely a move. It's complicated though, because it leads to some cut variations that are not too easy to calculate. So simpler variation for white would be to just play here, and then if black comes to the corner, then we play r6, and it's the same as if black, like as if black had, as if white had Hoshi, and black just invaded the corner. So this transposes to this Joseki. Exactly this Joseki. Ah, sorry. This one, and it's exactly as if it would be at the start there would be Hoshi, then black plays San. So this is Hoshi, then San here, extension, and this one. So this is exactly the same, so it's quite easy. Then the second variation is if black comes from the other side, and then, well, one or the other. So if black took the side, then we take the corner. Black has to connect here. If he doesn't, then it's just not too good for him. Like he's crawling on the second line, and it's quite ugly. And so in sorry, it's this variation. And so in this case, black has to connect, and white extends somewhere on the side. So this would be the second way of this simplification. White can also, and it's more common for white to play either here, or some pincer here, or here, like these, this one, and this one are also an option. This option is also quite popular lately. Or maybe I'll show the Joseki to the end. So now black extends either here or here. Okay, so this is less common, but it's still fine. This is complicated, and now black cut the wrong way. So like, yeah, exactly what white did. And white is quite fine here. What black could have done, and it's a bit better, is to cut here. And the idea is that we sacrifice this stone. Just to sacrifice, and we get this really nice panuki with points with points here, and with influence on the whole board, right? Like this emanates to the whole board, this pawn key. So it's really nice for black. So this cut would have been interesting, and it's good to know. It's good to know this sacrifice exact. It's quite common that on the third line, if we cut, we don't want to save this stone, but we want to get stuff from everywhere. Just get Atari everywhere and sacrifice 2 stones. So we get, thanks to that, 1, 2, 3, like three stones, three stones, like three stones for which we didn't really pay a lot. So that's quite common technique to just extend here and then to the second line and then sacrifice by Atari. But okay, this is fine. Probably it would be good to Atari here, but I'm not really sure, so not speaking. That would be my intuition though. But I'm not 100% sure. Though I'll tell you my intuition, even if it's wrong. Not sure if it's a good idea. Anyway, okay. And now, this move is for me a bit weird. Why? Because white can escape with this stone, and yeah, black will maybe jump earlier. No, here. Probably jump here. And yeah, maybe black will leave on the right side, right? So like this leaves. Okay, fine. But what about these 2 stones, right? They are next to white wall, to be honest. So like they can be easily captured or almost captured. They will be a burden. And so, since when black plays here, we have 2 groups, one group, first group, second group, that we have to worry about, it's most likely better to just well, let's also see something. This group is basically completely alive with points. So if we give this stone, then it's still a live group with points. These 2 stones are not captured, but they were not captured anyway. And we sacrificed just 1 stone. But our group on the right side is completely safe. And there is 2 options. Either white will capture, and we will have another move, which is the beginning. So Sente is quite important. Sente is when we have the next move. And then, sorry, just checking if it was recording because last 2 tries were not recorded. Okay, so here either we have Sente or we can try and run out this stone. So this is some weakness for white, that white basically will have some troubles with fighting here, because here we are strong. Here, well, white is not that strong. Like for example, if we get to turn here, then it's quite an awkward position for white because of this cut. So it's not. It will live, of course, and it will have some point, but it does have some weakness, and like exactly one weakness, and this is this cut, and all threats to cut. And so we can, if white plays some big move, then we can move out this stone. Not necessarily immediately, because for example, if we play somewhere else and white captures, then we got 2 moves. So it's important to think about when to play this. And so also, since here it's very tough for white to fight, he will probably give up those stones, and it's profit, right? It's some profit. We profited some from Agi. We won't play that immediately, probably, but it will annoy white for quite a bit, and it will be necessary to find the timing to do this. Either this or just have 2 moves. That's also fine for quite some time in this game. In this case. Okay, so back to the game. So instead of creating potentially 2 weak groups, it would be better to just protect the large one and sacrifice the stone that is not that important. Okay, so next. Yeah, exactly. So Black saw that he really doesn't want white to come out, and so he added another move, right? But let's transpose it. Here, right? Do you imagine that now black will play here? Probably not. Why? Black will just capture. So it's just loss of points, but some points, not too many. But yeah, it's just better to immediately sacrifice. And then we have this Agi to come out, because the ladder doesn't work. And if white captures, then we have center. That's important concept. And to do that, we have to see that right now this group is basically alive, and if we try to fight, then we have 2 groups. We have to realize that in order to realize that it's better to just sacrifice. Okay, enough about that. Yeah, probably that's reasonable. Although maybe we should try this one, because it's Senta Joseki. So like we could try to be a bit cheeky and try to squeeze Senta initiative in the upper left side and then try to come back. But the question is, what if white plays here now? And that's a very difficult question, and most likely this was the correct move, but the cheeky way would be to try and kind of trick the opponent into playing Joseki and then finish. Maybe not cheeky, but greedy way. Anyway, this is fine. Still, it's not like someone has, I don't know, 10 points more or something. No, it's still quite even. Here everything is okay. Yeah, maybe it's good to play something here. It's moves like this uh, sometimes are quite annoying, like something like this, for example. And we will have life, but our group is a little bit sad. So also this is also Hangma, which is kind of a Joseki. So for this move, by the way, this move sometimes also is good, um, which I learned in some book. I think it was Hangma or Think Like a Pro, something like that. Basically, this is cool answer, cool Tesuji. hmm So this is fine. Yeah, I would probably play just that. If you want to play on the side, why not? Or something like this. But still, this is fine. Everything is okay. Yeah, exactly. And now it's quite awkward to play here, right? Because we are undercut here. Yeah, but still we can play at least a bit further. At least at least this one. That's still quite alright. Okay, we transpose to Joseki. Oh, this is good for white, definitely. And why is that? Uh, the reason is that white got the outside. White got, white got the outside. And it's quite nice outside. I would probably catch like this, because black cannot really escape. Like, for example, this one. There is also stuff like this, also interesting Tesuji. So basically, this also captures black, but in this case, there is this peep that will be always center for black, almost, and then invasion on the lower side will be easier. I will probably play here, just to get our nose a little bit more into this side. But okay, yeah, exactly. That's what I showed earlier. So this is fine. Although uh, we do have this agi, so we can just play something like this, maybe a little bit deeper. Like this is a bit shy. It's probably still fine, but we can be more aggressive. Like, yeah, or at least something like, yeah, something maybe here, or maybe here, but here maybe not. We can also just play something like this. Like we gotta remember that there is some agi, right? So even if this is not too good exchange for black, because even if now you're scared to come in, uh, still it might turn out that black will get something here in the future, right? So maybe it's better not to play anything in this area, uh, and then see what we get. And if we indeed don't get anything in a few moves, then okay. If you are scared, then okay. And then this one. But I think it's very passive. It's very passive move. I mean, like, it is a bit active since it's since it's creating something on the upper side. It's not like it's super slow, but still somehow I feel that there was this agi, and then we played this exchange, and basically there is no more agi because it's now really tough to do something about it. If we have this stone at L4 that is helping. Okay, so this one, this is fine. Although, yeah, yeah. The problem is that it can be cut. Maybe instead of that, just jump, and there is no such troubles. Yeah, just jump, or something like this. There is also this tesuji, which is always interesting. Bam, bam. This is very funny tesuji. So the idea here is that we take the outside, like we prevent black from having this potential huge moyo like this, and it's like cut in half. Okay, yeah. So this is very in games. This is very common pattern uh, in stronger player games. So it's good to know it. Like I'm not sure if it's the best now. Like probably this is fine. But even if black plays black jumps here, then we still can invade here or here or here. Yeah, probably here. But here is also an option, or here. Yeah. So this left the cut, which makes this stone not so useful. Like it might be just cut off and swallowed in a big way, and it's not good. So yeah, but also for white, maybe it would be good to try and do something like that. And why is that? Because if black plays, for example, something like here, then white always, as long as there is this shape, and this stone is quite far. Sorry, I was going to get this one, and this stone is quite far. As long as this is like this, there is a way to connect like this, and then if black captures this, then we can connect like this. If black captures this, then we connect like this. So yeah, now there is always a way to connect, and so we are stone. This stone is not so weak anymore because it can always connect, and also it can go this way and that way, and so now it's like quite a bit like a reduction. Yeah, and the stones will be fine. Okay, so this is okay. I'm not a fan of this move. Like, why not push it? Why not push white to our strong group? Now we can play h14, right? But do you think that white will play here and push twice. Like this gives black. This gives black more strength towards the right side. So white really will not want to push that, because black got a wall. Black got a wall into interesting side where he can make a lot of points. On the other hand, uh, let's on the other hand, white got wall to black stones, right? Black alive stones. So this is not interesting for white, and so since white won't play it, we don't have to either. Like why would we? It's gotta. So white won't answer. And now white basically reduced us a lot. But okay, fine. This is very weird move. Usually we play either here to okay, let it be this color. In order to have influence towards this side, which makes sense in this case. And also this helps this invasion a bit. So either here, the usual move, or here. And this makes it so that basically everything here is already territory. So either territorial like this, or influence like this, if white doesn't answer. Yeah, and for the same reason, I think, because this move is quite nice, in this case, because we do have influence here. Sorry, my computer freaks out. Come on, work. Okay, now it works. So for the same reason, I think white should play this. White should play this. Just because if black plays this, this influence is quite nice. And also, if black manages to in the future also play this one, then the territory can also become huge. And also, these two stones are not too strong. And that's why white should just go up. By the way, it's a good rule of thumb that uh, if black kicks, that we want to go up. That's usually the case. Like rarely not the case. Especially on the fourth line. Okay, so this one. Yeah, and this is weird. Also, I feel like there should be something better here. For example, this one. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. Okay. So yeah. And probably white should have played... What should have white played? White played here. That's a good question. I'm not sure exactly. What should white play here? Because like that, it's a bit awkward. Oh, maybe in this case white should just sacrifice. Yeah, that's what white should have done, probably. Because this is too good for black. Like, we are still not connected, and by that I mean white can still be cut. Potentially. But even if not, and white protects somehow, it's still a floating group and doesn't yet have ice. Yeah. Okay. So probably this sacrifice. It's similar to here, like when we sacrifice 2 stones. So here, idea is similar. Because maybe true, maybe we don't want this one, but something like this would probably be a good option. So this is okay. Yeah, this is annoying. Yeah, maybe like this would be better. Okay. And white has a hard time, but I think he manages, from what I remember. Yeah, somehow he manages, though it's hard. Okay. Saves his group. Okay. This is interesting. Probably black should have just jumped. Yeah, just jump here. Just jump here, and we don't have to worry too much. Maybe. Yeah, like this is double Atari. This is double Atari, so that means that it's even if white, in the best case scenario, like what white will. Yeah, so we can escape definitely. So just jump. And even without this exchange, if we play this exchange, then maybe just try here. Then if white connects, then still run out. Although I wouldn't play that, because we are not entirely sure in this case. In this case, it's hard to sacrifice 3 stones, really hard to sacrifice these 3 stones. Because earlier we had some agi, like for example something like this, or at least some yose, right? So for example like this. When we exchange all of this, we don't really have something like something that good. So maybe without these exchanges. Okay, so black sacrificed in the end. Yeah, okay. And here white survived. Yeah, and later it's just Yosa. So what was interesting here was that In the end, ptitged won, but okay. The interesting thing is that white can play this one, at least now, can play this one. Now I think now too. And this makes either seki, like this, which is quite a lot. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 8 points if white creates seki. And so, let me... Okay. So, like this, not like this, like this, white can make quite a mess. So it's either ko, like this, for the life of this group, or it's seki. And it's 8 points, and white by less than 8 points. I'm not sure how much. I don't remember how much, but it was, I think, something like 5 points. So yeah, and important thing is that well, black needs this move in order to have points somewhere in the sequence. Okay, so this would be it about this game.